Thank you so much for attending my presentation about Luvdisc, Jack of no trades, master of none, and first let's talk about its traits. I'm not going to pull any punches here, Luvdisc's stats are really terrible. Of all fully evolved Pokemon, it's tied for the 5th worst base stat total with Delibird. Plus, if you take out all the Pokemon that have other tools to make up for it, like Ditto and Wishiwashi, it's the worst one. However, its stat spread is at least a little better than Santa's Little Helper. You're as min-max as a Pokemon with a 330 base stat total can be, investing fully into speed and leaving every other stat to be horrific. Sadly, Luvdisc only hits 97, landing solidly in the whatever range for speed stats, but this can be made amazing with its ability Swift Swim, doubling its speed when in the rain. This is basically impossible to outrun, guaranteeing it moves first, but what can it do with this? When in the rain, Luvdisc goes from a complete non-issue to potentially threatening if you make constant bad decisions. Now your Hydro Pumps are picking up clean 2-hit KOs on metagame staples like Crocalor, actually forcing it out. In addition, you can outspeed Garchomp, and with max special attack and modest choice specs Ice Beam, you have a range to knock it out. That's pretty amazing. In all seriousness, this set is really bad. With a mere base 40 special attack, you aren't going to be hitting very hard even with the rain power boost, and unfortunately it doesn't have the supportive capabilities to make an impact. Moves like Toxic just aren't near unique enough to provide real value throughout games. I guess setting up the rain is in itself support, but at that point just run something with actual moves. There unfortunately isn't a real point. Okay, sure, so it can't do much in the way of sweeping in singles, but what about VGC? Well, there is a little more promise as it does have a few moves of value. Icy Wind is legitimately solid, lowering each opponent's speed stat by 1 stage. This move is often seen on fast Pokemon, which, hey, Luvdisc is when the rain is up. This gives it theoretically strong speed control next to either Pelipper or Politoed. It also gets access to Baby Doll Eyes, a move that looks horrible at first glance, just lowering attack by 1. However, this thing has priority, letting you keep offensive threats in check easier. Finally, there's Safeguard, keeping your side safe from status conditions. With Pokemon like Sneasler and Amoonguss running amok, stopping them seems really nice. Unfortunately, with this legitimately pitiful bulk, taking any moves is nearly impossible, which is not what you want in a supportive Mon. It's never really sticking around, made even more clear by the presence of priority in Rillaboom and Extreme Speed Dragonite. Sure, Focus Sash helps, but once again, your moves aren't worth the work required. Okay, so we've established that it's really bad in traditional singles and doubles. Is there any place Luvdisc can shine? What about random battles where Pokemon are balanced by levels? This helps make normally non-threatening stuff actually good, having the chance to flex unique traits. So let's take a look at the win rates. In the month of October, it had a 43.24% win rate, which is the lowest among all possible Pokemon. It and Delibird stand alone as single-handedly dragging teams down, being around 3 percentage points worse than the next Pokemon. That's actually depressing. Okay, I'm out of ideas. Maybe put it in Little Cup and see how that goes. Even down there, I'm not convinced we'd see it do anything of note. The best, more offensively oriented water type in the tier right now, according to the viability rankings, is Chinchou. Is Luvdisc really better? Chinchou has more special attack, better offensive moves, and better defenses. Sure, it's slower, but that's not really a huge deal. Plus, it can actually hold the Eviolite, which makes it even tougher to take down. Even when you look through the low tiers, I don't see Luvdisc being notably better than fucking Finizen. Maybe I'm wrong, but this thing seems pretty unusable even down in Little Cup. Not good. In conclusion, Luvdisc just sucks. I really couldn't find a single place where people actually want to have it on their team. Every time they do, it's either a meme pick or they were literally forced to. Definitely a bit unfortunate, but it is kind of funny. Thank you so much for watching.